We are here for our Marion County Board of Commissioners meeting. It's Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. It's 9:01, and we're here in the Center Hearing Room. As always, we start our meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you please join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. We don't have anyone signed up for public comment, so we're going to go, and we don't actually have anything under our consent agenda, so we're going to go right into our action agenda. And first off, we have Under Sheriff Wood and Commander Bergman, who are going to come up and talk about board committee appointments to the Justice Reinvestment Council. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for your time. Sorry about the technical issue there. And I think this is our first time in front of the board in 2023, so Happy New Year as well. For the record, Jeff Wood, Under Sheriff with the Sheriff's Office, and with me is...
Jay Bergman with the Sheriff's Office.
And we are here to hopefully receive your support in terms of two action items regarding board appointments to the Justice Reinvestment Council and approve the bylaws, updated bylaws, I should say, for the Justice Reinvestment Council. Forgive me for reiterating what I told the board on December 13th, but just to memorialize kind of that common understanding. The Marion County Justice Reinvestment Council serves as a sheriff-forwarded, board-affirmed group that comes together to advise the sheriff on criminal justice policy matters. Initially, this board came together in, I believe it was 2009, as a result of the Bureau of Justice Assistance Second Chance Act. We said we would do it in our grant write-up, so we did. And really what became, or what was initially singularly focused on the Marion County Reentry Initiative, over the years has expanded in terms of advising the sheriff on everything throughout the criminal justice system that the sheriff is a part of. You've heard me say this before. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is somewhat unique within the state of Oregon and maybe within the nation to the degree of from that point of initial law enforcement contact to the very end of post-prison supervision and almost everything in between, with the exception of prosecution, the Sheriff's Office plays a role in. Whether it's our mental health collaborative teams, whether it is our LEAD, Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion Program, whether it is people who are lodged pretrial for criminal activity, whether they're transported to the courthouse, whether they're diverted on probationary status in terms of prison eligibility, but remain in the community to be monitored and supervised in our Senate Bill 416 program, or if they're housed at our transition center, or if they're sent to the Department of Corrections and at the very end of post-prison supervision, Sheriff's Office plays a vital role throughout that whole continuum. And I would be the first to say, criminal justice is a bit of a complex issue that requires a lot of opinions, that requires a lot of barrier breaking, for lack of a better term, and input from these individuals who play a role within the criminal justice system. I will say that some of the work that throughout the history of the Marion County Justice Reinvestment Council, they have worked in terms of getting our Student Opportunity for Achieving Results program, in addition to all of our reentry services program. They were part of the collaborative model that came out of years and years ago. The Sheriff's Office, we would sort of talk about sole source vendors, or the Sheriff's Office would do multiple things that we really weren't subject matter experts on. And I know Commissioner Cameron can remember this back with former Commissioner Janet Carlson, in terms of bringing really those subject matter experts in to advise so that we could get, the programs that are used to dealing with their subject matter expertise, be it education, be it treatment, be it emergency medical services, be it jail capacity or jail best practices, and of course evidence-based practices. And again, this body currently, under its mantra and mandate, still manages our client support fund through our reentry fundraisers, which if you had told me 20 years ago that we'd actually be raising dollars for people returning from incarceration, I probably would have chuckled, but the amount of money over the year to provide those supports for those clienteles has been absolutely amazing, like eyeglasses, driver's license, getting money for GED testing, or even applications to go to college. All these services have not been coordinated by, not singularly responsible by the Justice Reinvestment Council, but nonetheless, they have played a role. And currently, at least for the next fiscal year, this council provides some advice, governance to a degree, not formal, for our Bureau of Justice Assistance lead grant that will take us into the remainder of this fiscal year and the next fiscal year. And so what you have in front of you are people that have moved forward in terms of being willing to either remain or be part of the Justice Reinvestment Council. I will say this is a dynamic list. It can change. We do want it to be inclusive and expansive. Just as a reminder for the board, Commissioner Bethel was kind enough to reach out to one of our collaborative partners that we do work with that we hadn't heard back from yet. And so I just kind of want to grease the skids and say there'll be an amended, hopefully, body to add to this council. I believe today we may get a name. And so there will be an addition, hopefully very soon. So with that, I will close my testimony.
Thank you. Under Sheriff, Jay, do you have anything to add? Sorry, Commander
Anything
Bergman.
to add after that? Sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Well, thank you for all your work. Commissioners, any questions?
I don't have any questions, of course. I just want to say thanks to everybody that does this work. I'm really excited that you're the commander over parole and probation now. Haven't had a chance to get to know you. I stopped in your office recently, and I just appreciate how you and your team are so responsive, not just to commissioners, right, but to the public, to the individuals that we're serving, to our neighbors. A lot of them are the hardest to serve, you know, the traumas that they experience and frankly, the choices that they made that led to the trauma of others. And I learned recently from an individual who's a part of one of your programs right now that they referred their family to a CBO, community-based organization, to receive kind of trauma support so that way he could be more successful in his services, because it's kind of a whole family dynamic. His success is based on their success in his mind. And that referral came from, you know, one of the deputies in probation. And while you guys are sworn officers and you do the things, you're really like social workers with a gun, and you lead from your heart, and you do really, really good work. And I think you said it earlier, Under Sheriff, about the fundraiser that Commissioner Cameron's kind of spearheaded the last several years to try to help these folks. Marion County really shows up for its neighbors, and this is just one of the ways of doing it. I'm looking forward to that new partner, or they're not new, but for them to re-engage, because they're a vital part of our community, and just to be able to be a part of any of the work. So thanks for doing what you do.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cameron?
Good stuff. That's all I'm going to say. It's been around for a long time. Jeff, was Troy, I think, Troy was in your position at the time, Troy Clausen, and before he was the undersheriff. And I remember starting the Reentry Council, 2006, somewhere in there. And then this got formalized from there, Janet, Commissioner Carlson. So it's been a long haul, and you can see the results as to staying with some things. And that's the thing about, as I know we all learn when we get into government, coming from the private sector, you go, oh, this takes a little bit longer than what I wanted it to be. But you can see the results in Marion County, and as you work on those things, we have other challenges, but it's great. And I would echo Commissioner Bethel's, your people that do this work every day. I work out with Connie every morning, and you know, she's just a great employee. You know, and we don't talk much about work, but she's really proud about what she does, and they all are that way. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna keep it going, so I apologize. I'm gonna keep you guys staying here for a minute, because I think it's important for the community here. I'm gonna talk to you both, but for everybody, I know that we're very, very blessed and very fortunate in this community to have you both, to have our sheriff, our district attorney, so many of our judges, so many of our sheriff's deputies and police officers. And before I became a commissioner, I didn't understand the difference, how Marion County does things to how maybe other organizations do it, because it's not something that you can like read in a newspaper headline or see in a Facebook ad. You have to actually do the work with people over years to really see it's sort of a subtle and nuanced difference that makes all the difference. Like it's a really big deal, but it's not something that you can put on a billboard. It's something that's sort of everyday, how people carry themselves and do their jobs makes the difference. And one of the things that I appreciate so much about what Paige has said recently, I know this is a shared ethic, is there seems to be this misunderstanding out there, I'll say, that there's some sort of conflict between compassion towards people, the dignity of the person that we're holding accountable. I mean, I think about this with my kids, right? I hold my kids accountable almost daily because I love them, right? But it's easy to say that. You actually have to prove it, especially in the criminal justice system where you got badges and guns and jail bars. And I think it's the test mind and to contribute to our community. And one of the things that I'm especially grateful for is that those of you who've been doing this for a long time aren't cynical. Because even in just my almost 5 years, like holy moly, do you see all sorts of stuff in the criminal justice system, and it's an imperfect system. It doesn't always work the way that we think it ought to work, or even the way that, frankly, victims deserve. You know, sometimes you have really anomalous results. And it's a credit to you guys, your team, to the judges, the DAs, everybody, that even when we have things that are just on their face bad for our community, people will be harmed because of them, you don't give up, you don't get cynical, you figure out how to take the resources you have to limit the damage to our community. And one of the things that Paige says a lot is, not our fault, but it is our responsibility. And the fact that there's so many people in this community who take personal responsibility for the safety of this community makes all the difference in the world. And it's something that I want to ask all the citizens in Marion County to do, because what I realize is it's not just the sheriff's deputies or the local police who are responsibility for public safety. Each of us is responsible for that. And we have to personally take responsibility for our home, our neighborhood, our community, and have the same ethic that I know you guys have infused in the county over the years, and to not be cynical, especially when we see things taking too long to get better. So thanks for letting me stand on my soapbox, but I did want to share that with y'all. Thank you.
Before we make a motion, can I just say, I think a lot of people in the public, like you said, Commissioner, don't realize what this is. And while we're making a motion about this council and then next the bylaws, I would just like to draw the public's attention to the Marion County YouTube page, where you can go and find the last couple of videos from the Marion County Reentry Initiative Breakfast. It's recorded. That program, that breakfast, showcases citizens, our neighbors in this community that have successfully gone through our JRI programs and are contributing members of the community, and the stories that they share as to their why and what accountability looked like to them, and that it really truly does work, and it just takes time. So I don't actually have the address memorized, but we'll ask John maybe to put something on our Facebook page today to connect people to that YouTube page. It's really worth your time to understand what your taxpayer dollars are going towards, in my opinion.
Very good.
Ready for a motion?
I'm ready for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll move that we approve the appointment of the following individuals as members of the Marion County Justice Reinvestment Council with terms ending December 31st, 2024.
I'll second.
And there's a whole list of them there that I don't think we need to read all the names, but as written.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion, a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay, and now we're gonna consider approval of an order revising the bylaws for the Marion County Justice Reinvestment Council. Do we need any more comment on this, or are we ready to go straight to a motion?
No, I'm great.
Okay,
Unless you want to
I
talk
don't think you want
about
to
it.
hear from me again.
all right, Commissioner Bethel, I'll take a motion.
All right. I move to approve an order revising the bylaws for the Marion County Justice Reinvestment Council.
24 with the opportunity for a one-year extension. And our board has reviewed this a couple times in a couple of our economic development work sessions, and the City of Gates reviewed and approved the IGA at their December 15th City Council meeting. So with that, that's my quick overview. I'm going to turn it over to Mayor-elect Gander for any comments he might have.
Well, first of all, it's nice to meet you all.
You too. Congratulations.
Thank you. So we're excited about this opportunity because after the damage and destruction, and people have kind of found their feet underneath them, people are on a continuum on that, as you can understand, up in the canyon. We need to go back into our community and say, who's still here? What's your vision? What is this gonna look like for you down the road? And see if we can understand the boundaries of ODOT as it travels through our community, get that ordinance work done. We are currently looking at our ordinances and our zoning using COG to revise those and bring them up to the current LCPC standards. And so this is a nice dovetail with that, and also helps us look at the North Sandiana Sewer Authority work and how do we integrate that into a prospectus so potential business could say, it looks like you've got the groundwork all done. I can fit into this. I just need to meet the timelines of the sewer being ready or whatever their timelines might be. So we appreciate the opportunity to do some vision work with our community and those who kind of live outside the boundaries of the City of Gates, because they're our community as well, and you know, come up with something that's tangible based on some of the preliminary work, as Kelly said, of Better Cities as a good guiding document, but maybe not completely reflective of who our community is. So thank you.
Commissioners, questions, comments?
Yeah, so I actually have one question. I appreciate this contract and the schedule of events, and I appreciate Gates, your city council understanding that we kind of have a accountability timeline, because it's been some time, as you're acutely aware, since the fire for folks to really want to come back, and Gates has been the one community in the work I'm doing that's struggled the most to recover. And so my question for you is, now that you're going to kind of be leading the charge, what does it look like, what does a timeline look like in your mind? So once you hire this consultant and bring them on board and kind of establish your scope for them, what then is your timeline for having a document that you can be working with Kelly and the commissioners? Because I don't anticipate it being complete right during this legislative session, but it'd be super ideal if we had some general idea of where you're going so we can advocate with you and or for you to get some dollars to be able to execute whatever that document says, and or pressure on ODOT at the legislature or whatever. You know, they're a body that we need to utilize right now. So do you think in your mind there's going to be opportunity to formulate some next steps in the next 6 months, or do you think it's going to be longer?
I think 6 months is a little bit short, because we find ourselves in a position kind of like hurry up to wait
Yeah.
kind of thing. You can't really go to a business and say, hey, we'd like you to develop say a small hardware store in our community, which would be greatly needed, because they're looking at, well, you know, who's my population, right? Mm-hmm. And we can't look at building our population because we really don't have sewer services to build multifamily housing. But I believe that we can develop a vision around that within the next, 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
To get us through. It depends really how quickly we can get the consultant online.
Yeah.
We do have the team identified in the IGA. We do have members to engage in that team. but we need the IGA to go out and ask them, you
Sure,
know.
yeah.
Let's engage, let's get started on this, but we can get the RFP out for the consultant prior to that team being put together. So Gates, I think for a long time has believed that less is more is the approach to governance up there.
Yeah.
And so to build back from that, they really are getting a sense of, yeah, governance can really help you when you get pushed between a rock and a hard spot like the fire did.
Yeah.
And when you don't have those structures underpinning you, when that happens, you have to build back faith in that. And so that's where we're at. Part of this consultant's work is going to be getting the temperature check as to, you know, you've got a great water system. You've got long-term residents here. And so what's your vision in 20 years? You can't keep an average age of 59 in your community. It's just not gonna remain vibrant if you do that.
Sure.
You're gonna have to get families back in your community. And to get families back in your community, you're gonna need to be able to offer housing that is at various levels. And right now, with the septic requirements within our community and the lot sizes, it makes it hard for us to encouraging growth, let's say.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm excited for your position and what you're bringing and your, enthusiasm. I know this is a big role to fill. I mean, we've been a party to every step, and Gates has been such a great recipient of our offers. Sometimes they say no with their head shaking, but yes with their mouth because they're reluctant, and I completely appreciate that because I like little government too. So we're here for you, to support you, to do the things, because we really want the community to come back in a way that is successful for them. And as ideas pop up, even if it's outside of this, I would encourage you to reach out to us so that way we can go bang down the doors over there to figure out how to get you the dollars that are necessary for recovery as you're going through this process. And I do wonder, commissioners, if we can have an opportunity with the new governor to go through community solutions and ask them to come up on a tour and talk to the city of Gates and the city of Detroit so they can see from the current perspective what recovery looks like from your eyes, not from sitting in this building over here and just hearing it, because I think that'll be more motivating for them to want to invest, or maybe set some money aside with a vision that you can tap into in that, end of that timeline.
Sure, I appreciate those comments.
Yeah.
Commissioner Cameron?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Mayor, thank you for all you're doing to serve the canyon. It's not only just Gates, but the canyon. And I just wanted to make a couple of comments. I want to thank the state legislature, former Representative Clem, who ran the wildfire recovery committee, and the $40 million that we got for the sewer system from the state that's going to really help with Mill City and Gates. I know our public works staff and community services are working really hard with the consultant to make sure that gets done as quick as possible and as efficient as possible. And I totally understand what you're saying, because as a resident of Detroit, it's like, we have this community center, and you go, oh, look at all these activities we could have there. But you can't have the activities unless you have the infrastructure and the hotel and the restaurant. And so you're in one of those situations, and I'm listening to you talk about the housing, the different levels of housing. We have challenges with the volume of natural gas going to Mill City that, we're trying to build housing. Commissioner Bethel's working on a lot of housing there with staff. But I just really thank you for stepping up and serving. And this is a $120,000 maximum contract, and there's a lot of dollars out there that will all come together to make a difference. And I always say this about Detroit, I hope I'm alive when the first toilet flushes. I hope I'm alive when the first toilet flushes in Gates, because that's going to happen before Detroit. But I just, driving up and down the canyon all the time, I'm looking as I go through Gates, and you're right, what's ODOT got there, right? On that right away. What will that town look like when it has a sewer? And how much workforce housing will help the mills that we still have up there, the 700-plus employees that are employed there. So thank you for what you do. I want to thank you publicly. I want to thank the state legislature, what they did to help us get to this point, and all our staff. And you're a part of a really big team, and you're like at the head of it now. So thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate that. We have a new council coming in next Thursday is our swearing-in day. So, you know, we think we have some good steps to get off and running. And so I think we have good engagement at our council level now to kind of push some of those things down the road.
Yeah, and we're here to help you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to add, I won't speak as long as last time, but I haven't had a chance to work with you as mayor yet, but just listening to you, I appreciate your thoughtfulness and clearly your understanding of the community that you represent. I think that's very valuable, and I appreciate you and the city of Gates taking point on this and really owning this process. And I understand that it's going to be a process, and that's important. It's important for everybody in that community to have the opportunity to participate in it and really make it their own. And this is something that came up in our conversation. We want to support you and the other members of your community. We don't want to supplant or take it over or anything like that. And it's been something that sometimes when we're working with our state partners or federal partners, they see Marion County as like a big government that's relatively competent. So like, just do it. And I'm always reminding everybody, like, we can't. It's not our community. It's your community. And we need leaders like you to step up and to make decisions for your community, to help everybody come together and make decisions as a community. And I think that just my understanding of the process just in getting to this point was a very positive thing, that you're able to bring people together and talk about it and talk about the process and talk about what you want going forward. And as much as we want to know right now what you want so we can advocate for you, your leadership in bringing everybody together and making those decisions for the long term is really valuable. And I'm grateful for your thoughtfulness and your willingness to do that.
Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Cameron, I believe you're up.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Gates in the amount of $120,000 for the Gates Business District Development Plan through June 30th, 2024.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you,
faith in us.
Thanks for being here.
Okay. Next up, we're going to consider approval of contract for services with Santiam Memorial Hospital in the amount of $250,000 to provide substance use disorder services and access to behavioral health resource network resources for clients residing in Marion County. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here, Carol Hurd, Division Director for Addiction Treatment Services with Marion County Health and Human Services, and I am here this morning seeking approval for a contract of $250,000 to Santiam Hospital, which will be funded through the Measure 110 fund that Marion County received last year to help increase access to substance use disorder treatment services. Santiam Hospital will increase access to substance use disorder treatment services to individuals in Marion County by providing referrals, peer support, transportation, and follow-up with participants. Their primary focus will be to increase access to services for individuals in the Santiam Canyon. And they plan to do this by assigning 3 full-time employees to serve as traditional health workers in community clinics to assist individuals with substance use disorder by identifying appropriate services and referring to burn partner agencies or other agencies within the community. They will utilize community resources and partnerships to create a more robust pathway for individuals experiencing substance use disorders into treatment services, as well as provide outreach and education to assist in overcoming barriers and stigmas in accessing those services. Do you have any questions on the request for this approval?
I don't have any questions. I know we're going to approve another, or we're going to review to approve next another one of these allocations. I just want to say thanks to your team for working with community-based organizations across the county, not just kind of central to one area, to be able to distribute these dollars to serve the greater population of Marion County. And also just to say thanks for, the straddling that you all do up the canyon, because it's not just Marion County that's being served by the Sanium Hospital and team, it's also Lynn County residents. You guys do a great job of working with the Lynn County providers to make sure that whoever walks in the door for this particular contract is getting the exact service they need, whether it's on that side of the river or this side of the river. So I'm excited to see where this goes for that community up there. There's obviously a lack of services, and this and the wellness van and the other things that have been deployed up there have already proven to be very beneficial. So thanks for your hard work.
Absolutely, thank you.
Mr. Cameron, any questions?
Nope, good.
Carol, I just have, question / comment. Again, this money is tied to the Measure 110
Correct.
situation. And so I want to make sure that, just like on all the other ones, we're getting good data on this, because it is while we're moving forward and we're trying to get these resources out in the hopes that this will help reduce substance abuse dependence in our community and help get people into treatment, that's an open question with the change of the law, whether or not this is going to be effective. So I think it's really important that we, track this and keep good data, because what I don't want is a situation where everybody just waves their hands and tells really nice stories, but the reality on the ground is still just as bad as it's been for the last 4 years. So I know we've said it with the last couple of contracts, but I'm going to say it again. Please follow up and make sure that we're getting good reporting on the impact.
We do have it built into the contract that the providers will all be submitting quarterly reporting of the individuals that they've served. So,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, I will take a motion.
All right, I move to approve the contract for services with Sanium Memorial Hospital in the amount of $250,000 to provide substance use.
Saying aye.
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 Aye, motion passes. Okay, next up, we're going to consider approval of contract for services with PODER, Oregon's Latino Leadership Network, in the amount of $250,000 to provide substance abuse disorder services and access to behavioral health resource network resources for clients residing in Marion County.
Again, for the record, Carol Hurd, Division Director for Addiction Treatment Services at Marion County Health and Human Services, asking for approval for a contract of $250,000 to PODER, Oregon's Latino Leadership Network. This contract would also be paid through Measure 110 funding. PODER will use these funds to focus on public messaging, specifically toward the Latinx community, to help destigmatize accessing treatment services, address the fear and shame associated with addiction, and connect individuals with substance use disorder to services through the Marion County Burn or other community partners. They will do this by launching a robust public relations campaign, which will include advertising, digital ads, videos, and utilizing the press, all aiming to break down the stigma related to addiction and seeking treatment services within the Latinx community. They will host community events specific to the Latinx community to provide education and outreach, as well as connecting individuals to treatment services, and work with community partners who will provide bilingual, bicultural case management and make appropriate referrals to individuals with substance use disorders. Do you have any questions I can answer?
Any questions for Carol?
I do. I think this is a little different contract, and I think it's absolutely necessary. I'm curious, the requirements for burn for reporting are kind of, it's math. How many people are coming into the system to receive services, and what's their success rate look like? How do you track that when a bulk of these dollars are going to go towards messaging and them not being a direct provider? So are you going to be working in the burn network to determine who PODER refers to and whether they engage, with its Iron Tribe or whoever, or our own services, so on and so forth? What does that look like?
So what we are looking at doing is kind of how did you hear about us? Because there's going to be such a huge push in advertising. They're going to be focusing primarily through the Latino radio stations, and so there's going to be a lot of visibility, for lack of a better term, with that messaging. So we're going to be documenting and recording that information as well for individuals that come into services with us and that connect with any of the CBOs that we're already contracting with.
So is this it's not performance, that's not the right word. Is this a kind of a bill as they go contract, or is this like we're just writing them a check for $250,000?
So there is going to be, and I believe, what we've done with the others is an initial infusion, and then they will bill for service,
Okay.
for
So there has to be
repayment.
kind of like ongoing reporting to
Yes.
be able to access the additional.
What they've done with that money that
Okay.
they've received.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mr. Cameron, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I was just, I'm not sure it's a question, Mr. Chair, but the data reporting and requirements that are in the contract, kind of hard for a marketing company to be able to
That's what I was gonna ask.
to quantify that, and so they're gonna have to probably work with these other grants organizations to pull that data, right? Is that,
That's pretty much how we're gonna have to do it.
it's an overall plan, it's not just this person versus that person?
Correct.
Yeah.
But Carol, I would like an individual report from each of these organizations.
Sure.
Yeah.
So like this, and I agree with Commissioner Cameron, this is number of clients with substance use disorders receiving services. That's gonna be hard for them to say,
Right.
right? And so I think in this report, I'd like to have them say, we don't do that kind of work, so this doesn't apply to us. Average duration, participation with client outcomes. If they don't, what I don't want is I don't want it to all be wrapped into one report. Like I want to know what each entity did with the contract we gave them, and even if that.
Based on the individual CBOs that we're contracting with.
Okay.
I do think, though, Commissioner Willis, that there is a way for them to answer that question. Even though they are not a service provider, they are a referral agent of the service. And so this isn't just like, during COVID, we paid a CBO through the health department to like go put up billboards, right? This isn't that. This is that. But it's also them being required to work with community-based organizations in their messaging, communicating, touching base with the citizens in the community, and actually working hands-on with them. The community outreach piece, the outreach and education piece, I think is what I'm most concerned about. But overall, it's my expectation that they're gonna actually have conversations within the community and be able to say to somebody that reaches out to them, because they're accessible, they're in the community, you need to go talk to, Carol Hurd's team, and then be able to track that in a system. Because we had talked, I think, a week or so ago in here about accountability of these dollars.
Yeah.
And the fail rate that is occurring for people who don't, engage the services that are offered to them. And so that's really hard to quantify, except for we can say to Poder, you talk to 10 people, what are their names? Through your HIPAA plot stuff, and who are they working with? And did they engage? How many times did they engage? Did they fail out? Why was that?
Perfect.
That is.
Yes, I want that too.
They are doing this. I went to a presentation the other day, and there's accountability from all 5 organizations for these dollars, but they're working together. And you guys meet monthly?
We meet monthly, the burn partners.
And so she can take this back. It's, Bridgeway and Iron Tribe and options and all of that.
You attended that the other day.
I did, yeah. Yep. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
My turn?
Yep.
Your turn.
All right, let me get that going. So, Madam Chair. Mr. Chair, I will move that we approve a contract for services with Potter, Oregon's Latino Leadership Network in the amount of $250,000 to provide substance abuse disorder services and access behavioral health network, resource network, resources for clients residing in Marion County through June 30th, 2024.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is Dennis back there? I see him hiding. Next up, we're going to consider approval of amendment number 1 to the purchase order with Day Wireless Systems Incorporated to add $450,000 for a new contract total of $500,000 to provide equipment upfitting services for emergency vehicles through June 30th, 2023. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Commissioners. For the record, Dennis Mansfield, Deputy Director for Public Works, Marion County. When we think outfitting, think of the lighting, sirens, the radio, all the stuff that goes into our Sheriff's Office vehicles. Day Wireless is a wireless communication company that started in 1969. They have service centers throughout the western United States, including Idaho and Wyoming. They specialize in radio infrastructure and outfitting of public safety vehicles. Our previous contract with Lear ended on December 31st, 2022. The original purchase order for $50,000 that we put together with Day Wireless is utilizing the City of Salem's cooperative agreement. This allowed Day Wireless to outfit a couple vehicles and Sheriff's Office to check the quality of their work. And the Sheriff's Office has informed me that it meets their specifications and needs. The City of Salem Cooperative is actually a one-year agreement with an option to extend 4 times annually, so up to a total of 5 years. Also in there, it's about a 30-day notice to extend. That's not ideal for us. We don't want to be reliant on someone else's relationship that could end ours with very little notice. So we're in the process of working on an RFP to have our own contract for services, and with a goal to have a contract for you to review and approve in May or June of this 2023. So this amendment bridges that gap through June 30th, 2023. Vehicle arrivals are still uncertain. We still haven't received vehicles that we ordered in 2021. However, when we put this amendment together, we based our increase on if the automotive industry were to catch up and get us all of our vehicles with time for Day Wireless to complete the outfitting. Our outfitting costs for these vehicles are budgeted in the 595 Fleet Management Fund for this fiscal year. And so with that, staff's recommendation for approval of the amendment to increase the purchase order number 910416 to $500,000 through June 30th, 2023.
Okay, are there any questions for Dennis? Comments? Dennis, I have a comment, and you answered it, so it's not a question, but it's a reminder, which is the original contract was $50,000, so it didn't have to come before the board.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why, because they're basically seeing if it meets specifications, but this is just sort of a reminder that I do not like it when departments enter into new contracts or start new programs under their limit, and then the first time we see it is in an amendment,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when a new contract is started or when a new program is initiated by a department, even if it fits underneath the dollar limit, I still expect it to come to a management update first before we jump into it, so that we see it for the first time when we enter into the contract for the first time, not an amendment to an already existing contract that we didn't know about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And like I said, I understand that in this case, there was a quality control thing happening here, but I just want to make that point because there was a habit of this when I first became a commissioner of that sort of thing going on, and so I just want to make sure I'm reiterating expectations so that other people don't see this and say, oh, let's go start a bunch of new contracts out telling the commissioners again. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
I'll move the approval of amendment number 1 to the purchase order with Day Wireless Systems to add $450,000 for a new contract total of $500,000 to provide equipment upfitting services for emergency vehicles through June 30th, 2023.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion, a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, Lonnie, you're up.
She was so cheery earlier today. I hope you're still cheery coming up here.
Absolutely, always.
We're going to
Good morning.
consider approval of a public improvement agreement with Roy Howe Construction, in the amount of $2,027,777.77. Wow, that's pretty good. And it's going to be for the 2022 Beachy Creek resurfacing of North Fork Road Southeast. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. For the record, Lonnie Radke, Public Works, and then the finished work, including the striping. We got 5 bids, and the lowest bid was Roy Hauk Construction LLC at, as you said, $2 million, $27,777.77. We did get federal funds, so our estimated county contribution is $511,552, and we expect this construction to be done this spring by the end of June.
Great. Any questions for Lonnie?
like video.
He's in Mexico.
He's out of the
Enjoying-
office. I literally just emailed him and it bounced back.
Yeah, he ought to be zooming in or something, yeah.
I know nobody got to have vacation for the last 2 years,
Yeah.
but now people can have vacation again.
He's gonna love how much you miss him.
This is the
I
time-
wish I should know that detail. I don't
Okay,
know
that's
that.
all
We
right.
can obviously get back to you
Yeah.
here, like, immediately after. I'll probably have texts telling me everything that I missed. So yeah, I can let you know about that. I can speak to the other work we're doing up there with guardrail and signs. Before the gates open, we have some other work that needs to be done. So we will be doing that, and those contractors will be coordinating with Roy Howe Construction to ensure we're doing those appropriately.
All right, and this is gonna be done before we open the road? Yeah,
Yes, that would be our preference.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay, any questions, Commissioner Bethel?
Oh, no. I'm just, every time we see something new that's getting completed, I just like, yay! It's a big
We
deal.
have a lot happening.
This is one more step closer to getting that road open
Absolutely.
and it being safe.
Amount of $2,027,777.77, of which an estimated $1,516,226.13 will be provided in federal funds, and an estimated $511,551.64 will be provided by the county for the 2022 Beachy Creek resurfacing of North Fork Road Southeast project through December 31st, 2024.
I lied, I have a question. I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second and further discussion. Commissioner Bethel?
What does the traffic change look like during this process? Are you gonna, we went out and watched chip sealing and you guys just like, go. Are you gonna have to shut down a lane? Are you doing it in sections? Are you communicating with the residents that are up there?
We will be communicating. It will be lane closure. It won't be section closure. So there will be one lane open for two-way traffic with flaggers
How
for
does-
the resurfacing.
Okay, so like, they're there for,
Flaggers stop you.
yeah, but what happens at night? Like, is it just like once?
Oh, it will be open at night
Okay, all right.
while they're doing the construction.
And it'll say,
There will
be
be
careful of the
flaggers.
ledge,
Yep.
right?
Okay,
See those.
yeah, all right,
There won't be full closures.
yeah,
It will be one lane at a time, and we have limits on how long we can keep people waiting.
Yeah.
And contractors or flaggers, they do this all the time, so they do
I
their
know,
best
we
to-
hear about them.
So it won't be incredibly long delays, but there will
Okay.
be some delays. And then at night, they will be open, yes.
Perfect, okay, thank you.
All right, is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. Thank you, Lonnie.
Hey.
Oh, she's staying.
Yes, I've got a few here today.
Okay.
Again, for the record, Lonnie Radke, Public Works.
And for the record, Shane Addison Jr., Marion County Public Works, I'm the project manager for this.
Welcome, Shane.
Is this your first time in front of the Board of Commissioners?
No, I've been here a couple times.
Before,
Okay.
yeah. But he's not a frequent guest.
I
An infrequent
recognize you,
guest.
but I don't recognize you at the desk, so I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So today, right now, we're talking about Center Street, specifically a project that is being designed east of Lancaster up to 45th Place in East Salem. The project scope is a continuous center turn lane, sidewalks and bike lanes on the north side of the road, which include ADA-compliant improvements and associated stormwater treatment, detention, conveyance facilities, as well as 2 enhanced pedestrian crossings. Today, we're talking about Amendment 2, and we're hoping to get approval. This is really to bring in more funding, more money. Shane and Ryan, we've all been doing a really good job trying to find more funding for all of our projects. And in this case, we are asking, or we have received more funding for additional right-of-way costs, as well as that second enhanced pedestrian crossing on the east end of the project. This gets a little bit complicated with all the numbers, but the big picture is that our previous estimate was around $3 million. Our amendment today is so that we can bring in more money, so the project totals approximately $3.5 million. And we are continuing working through the design and right-of-way acquisition in hopes for construction in 2024.
Great. Any questions?
Nope.
Lonnie, I have a question, because it looked like it was just a little piece of road that we're improving. And it sounds like we're doing some pedestrian work there. Can you talk a little bit about why is this little piece of road important? Why do we pick this one?
This is one of the roads that we consider to be regionally significant. We look at Cordon Road obviously as being regionally significant. State Street and Center Street are also regionally significant at getting folks into and out of Salem.
But this isn't like a lot of Center Street, it's like a couple of blocks of Center Street.
It is. It's the beginning. It's kind of our first phase, if you will, first section that we're biting things off as we go, a chunk at a time. It's also a little bit tricky because as you go out of the Salem city limits and into the city of Salem UGB, Center Street goes in and out of the county and city limits. This is primarily, this is the primary county section with a little bit of city within it. As you move further to the east on Center Street, it becomes more city.
Okay, so this is sort of a in-between, there's city on one side and city on the other, and then county in the middle, is that kind of?
Yeah, but there's also some city in this section as well. It's a little complicated, but this section is the bulk of the county
It
section
used to be a
of
river
Center
that
Street.
went like this, so they made it the city limits or something.
And it's really, it's biting off a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
It's the most critical section. If we get that center turn lane in, it's going to help significantly with the capacity of that road.
Okay,
And I will add, on the east end of the project, our project ends at the city of Salem's boundary. So that's kind of as far as we can go, and then there's a big section of city of Salem, and then there are some other sections
Yeah.
of the county, but this is, like Lonnie said, the biggest portion of the county.
and how did this, how did the federal share get appropriated here? So how did this deal get worked out? Why is the state partnering with us on this project?
The funding most of the do you want, yeah, I can let you speak.
Yeah.
The most of the funding we're getting for this is through stats,
Yeah.
and so that's federal funding.
Got it.
Yeah, I will add that the additional money that we're getting here, especially the 300K, 270 from arts, but then the state's paying the match for us, is because the arts had additional money to give away, and they needed to spend it in 2024, and our project was perfect because we applied for an arts grant for this project, and it kind of all worked out.
Got
And
it.
so that's how we got a good chunk of money for that.
Great.
Can I just
Thank
say
you.
again how excited I am that you're the transportation guy this year?
I'm glad you're excited because I am too.
Honestly, it was a huge learning curve, and I really enjoyed the team, but it's really tedious.
You know, the most fun, I have to be careful when I say this, but the most fun I have is when I spend time at Public Works and do different things
Oh,
with
well,
them.
there you go.
Whether it's a snow plow or a striping machine, and Friday, I'm gonna spend almost all day. I'm gonna go over there at 10, and I'll be until 5 o'clock with Public Works. I'm excited, thank you,
Yeah,
appreciate it,
and lots of big projects ahead.
yeah.
There's a lot
It's
of work
important.
happening.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting, Shane, you just said it, it's like, people drive on a road, they don't know if it's a state, city, or county road, but here
Yeah.
you go, why is it stopping here? Well, because that's a city, right?
Yeah.
And you think of the families that live out there, and the kids that walk between Lancaster, Lancaster and Cordon, right? I mean, we've gotta make that area more urbanized, for the lives of those people, although they don't pay the same rate of taxes, et cetera, and, yeah.
One of the pedestrian crossings that we already had worked into scoped into the project is in front of the bowling alley there at Citation, or will be, and that is actually funded through the Safe Routes program. So Safe Routes to School. So that is actually seen as a critical piece of pedestrian safety for kids traveling from the north side of Center Street all the way down to Auburn Elementary.
Good.
I think it's important to say, because you know, people don't know what road they're traveling on, and they may wonder, why does this end here? And you said because it's city, but I think it's important to note that through SCATS, the city and the county, and of course all the partnerships that you have do actually work together, because there's like one pot of money, that comes for transportation, and then the federal government expects us all to just, play nicely in the sandbox, and this is how we do it through the Salem-Keizer Area Transportation Study. And Salem is the biggest portion of that, but we have these wonky systems that we can come in and just say, this makes the most sense. And I loved that there was extra money in that arts thing, and we were able to go after it for this project and then that Hazel project to really get it done. It's very exciting for that area of the city. That's just a road, but.
And Shane really, it adds an extra element to the work that he's doing in managing the project to be coordinating, partnering with the city.
Yeah.
Because there are some different rules and standards they may go by. But he's doing an excellent job with that partnership. And the same is true with the relationships we create with the state. They didn't need to tell us they had extra money to spend, right? So it's important that we maintain that.
Yeah. We're getting it done right, so they like us. All right.
Okay. Commissioner Bethel, I believe it's your motion.
It is. I'll move to approve amendment number 2 to the incoming funds intergovernmental agreement with the Oregon Department of Transportation to add $525,099.74, of which an estimated $471,982 will be provided in federal funds, and an estimated $30,000 will be provided by the state, and an estimated $23,117.74 will be provided by the county for a new contract total of $3,483,465.74 for the Center Street Northeast Improvements, Lancaster Drive to 45th Place Northeast project through June 13th, 2029.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion
Thank
passes.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, Lonnie, you're staying.
Yes, we have one more for you today, and I'm inviting Mark Foster up. But again, for the record, Lonnie Radke, Public Works.
And for the record, good morning, Mark Foster, Marion County Public Works.
Now, this is Mark's first time at board session,
Yeah,
so take it easy on him.
I saw him the other day, though.
Yes,
in
yes,
your neck of
yes,
the woods.
Yes, yes.
Welcome, Mark.
Thank you.
He's our consultant project manager that's hammering through a lot of our projects, so I'm excited to have him here today to help with this. Thank you. So right now we're talking about Hollywood Drive, specifically south of Silverton Road to Greenfield Lane, or just south of Greenfield Lane, and an urban improvement project that we are getting ready to construct. This section, again, goes from Silverton Road to 700 feet south of Greenfield Lane. And there is, again, a small section that's within the city of Salem. So Mark's been working with the city to ensure that we're meeting the needs for both agencies, and they will be reimbursing the county for the matching funds. The project scope includes widening the paved shoulders to accommodate for continuous bike lanes, and then completing sidewalks on both sides of Hollywood Drive. We will have a brand new traffic signal installed at the intersection of Hollywood Drive and Silverton Road, and then new westbound left turn lane on Hollywood Drive to relieve that congestion northbound. We got 5 bids, and this is our lowest bid with Gelco Construction Company at $2,585,102. We would like to get this approved today so that we can move ahead with construction and hope to move to substantial completion by the end of this year.
Wow.
Any questions?
This is amazing that we're getting all these projects out the door. Thank you. We sat here, I think when you got here, we were just, maybe before, we were just had them piled up to get it done. It's great to see all this stuff and projects being done and completed. Thank you.
The backlog was significant. I started shortly after you started, Commissioner Willis, and I cannot say enough wonderful things, great things about Ryan Crowther and the whole capital projects team, how efficiently they're working. We've really changed how we work. We hire consultants now to help get us through everything, but there's still a lot of work that we have to do to manage these projects. So huge, I can't say enough, just a lot of confidence in our team and all that they're accomplishing. Really proud. Thank you.
This project, I think when we talked about it in management update, when Ryan brought it, I was like, seriously? So I used to walk that road to go to school. It's highly traveled by kids because there's a fair amount of low-income housing all along Hollywood Drive, and the sidewalks start like when you get to the high school, not like the 3/4 of a mile or mile before it. But you know what strikes me as exciting, and I know we'll probably hear from the public if they realize we own this area, is that light. You know, people for my entire life have been programmed to go from Lancaster to Gordon Road on Silverton as fast as they possibly can. And then I think around middle school, there was a really great intersection put in on 45th, upgraded the light systems, they actually worked, and now we're gonna put another one in. So it's really gonna kind of stop that flow of traffic. But you know what it's gonna do is it's gonna provide more safety for kiddos who are being dropped off on buses on Silverton. This is gonna be a huge addition to just the pedestrian traffic in that community, which is significantly low income, and I'm excited to see what it looks like. I know we'll hear complaints, but I think at the end of the day, my response will always be this is safest for the kids in the community that walk over there, and I was one of those kids, so I'm glad this is happening.
Are your complaints focused on that you're worried about the flow on Silverton Road?
Yeah, people don't like that interruption. Like we were just talking yesterday about Gordon, and he was like, I'd like to see less lights, but it's like important to have them for the safety component, which is our priority. And yeah, people are gonna be surprised, they're gonna wonder, because they don't, I think the complaints will come from people who don't actually live around there, that are just moving it as a, kind of pass-through environment, and whatever.
And going back to all of the work that we're accomplishing right now and have been accomplishing, the Interconnect project has been a huge one on our project list for quite some time. We are nearing completion of the Interconnect project, and that worked its way down Silverton Road.
Yeah.
So we will be able to time those signals so they're communicating with each other so that it doesn't feel like there is that stop, especially
good.
during the peak times. So we talked yesterday about working with the city of Salem. They will be maintaining this traffic signal.
Okay.
And they will also do the timing and be able to synchronize the signals to make sure that it's as efficient as possible.
That's great. I'm so glad.
And I will say the delays northbound for that left turn coming out of Hollywood were significant.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we're going to hear more positives from the people who don't have to do that, because I've had to do that. My mom lives in that area, and I've had to do that for many, many years.
Well, it's so dangerous. You're crossing 2 lanes of traffic. What is it, 45 on Silverton right there, to turn left. And, I can't imagine the number of times people have been hit, T-boned, trying to get out fast as somebody's coming west. Yeah, I'm over there all the time now still, and I avoid Hollywood because it's not a safe exit to get out onto Silverton Road. Really,
So-
either direction.
Right. We'll be working with the city of Salem on that signal for sure, but if we get those complaints, you send them our way.
Oh, don't you worry.
And we'll make sure that we work with the city to see if we can improve it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Anything else?
Oh,
Okay,
ready?
take a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll move that we approve the construction contract with Gelco Construction Company in the amount of $2,585,102.15, of which the estimated $2,319,612.16 will be provided by federal funds, and estimated $265,489.99 will be provided by the county.
Aye, that motion passes.
Mr. Chair?
Yeah, please.
Lonnie, before you leave, the item number 7 with the HAUC was, we're gonna get that done this year, it looks like, right? But the contract goes through December 31st of 2024, and this contract only goes through, is that just because there may be some potential work that needs to be
There
done later?
will be, referring item number 7 for the resurfacing.
Yeah, item number 7 versus item number 9.
We always, on our construction projects, we have different times afterward that we're needing to, like, plant establishization, I can't say the word right, and that, it goes a little bit further actually than December 31st, 23 for all the final, items with the plants and warranties.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, I believe we voted on that, correct? So, Lonnie, thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have a public hearing to consider an amendment to Marion County's comprehensive plan amending the City of Sublimity's urban growth boundary. So I will open that public meeting. Good morning, all.
Good morning, Commissioners. So, for the record today, Austin Barnes, Associate Planner with Marion County Planning. The City of Sublimity has proposed an amendment to its urban growth boundary and has held hearings and adopted an ordinance to add 7.2 acres of land to be used as right-of-way. Because establishing or revising an urban growth boundary is a cooperative process between the cities and county, the city has requested the county concur in its urban growth boundary amendment. On November 2nd, 2022, the Marion County Board of Commissioners approved a resolution initiating amendments to the county comprehensive plan to consider concurring in an amendment to the City of Sublimity urban growth boundary and schedule a public hearing for January 11th, 2023. An analysis was conducted by the city's consultant that found this roadway would create connectivity between the existing east-west roads as well as allow for public utilities to be extended within its right-of-way. The road was identified in the 1998 Sublimity Transportation System Plan as a conceptual future street and was also identified in the Marion County Transportation System Plan as a possible peripheral route designated by cities. This expansion was also found to increase the safety and serviceability of Sublimity's road network and provide for an orderly and efficient arrangement of public facilities and services for urban development. During the city's public hearing process on the current amendments to its plan, county staff reviewed the city's staff report and findings to ensure compliance with state planning goals and Marion County Code. Upon approval of the urban growth boundary amendment, 6.8 acres of the land would be annexed into the city. The remaining 0.4 acres would remain outside the incorporated city until it is annexed and provided with services. In order to apply an appropriate urban zoning until the land is annexed, staff recommends the urban transition zone be applied to the 0.4 acres of land, and staff recommends that the board concur with the City of Sublimity Comprehensive Plan Urban Growth Boundary Amendment and direct staff to prepare an ordinance approving the amendments to the Marion County Comprehensive Plan by adopting the amendments to the City of Sublimity Urban Growth Boundary Amendment of 7.2 acres of land for right-of-way, and I will stand for any questions you have.
Okay, any questions for Austin?
Mr. Chair, I read this. I'm good.
Do you want to introduce yourself and add anything for the record?
Hi, my name is Jesse Wintrow. I'm with Winterbrook Planning, and I'm working with the City of Sublimity on this
You got to talk into the microphone.
urban growth boundary amendment. My address is 610 Southwest Alder Street, Portland, Oregon. So, yeah, Austin has been great to work with, and the county's been great to work with. This is something that's been in the works for the City of Sublimity for over 4 years now. This was envisioned in the original comprehensive plan. It's just now the city has dedicated the right-of-way. It's ready to take the next step and get this road. I think there's a theme in the last few pieces here. Get this road going. And so first step for that is getting it inside the urban growth boundary. And I just wanted to say I'm here with City of Sublimity showed up as well. We have 2 city councilors, Jim Crowther and Tass Morrison, and our Public Works Director, Alan Frost. So we appreciate what Austin's done with the county and hope we can get this going.
And although none of you signed up for public comment, we'd be happy to have you come up and hear from you if you'd like to come and join
You
us.
guys did a good job for us, so I think they covered everything we needed to cover.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Chair, I guess I do have one question. Did they get the approval of their suburb of Staten to do this?
Questions like that you shouldn't ask because
You're gonna
you're
confuse
just
them.
asking for a fight is what you're doing. You're stirring the pot over there.
Well, and also he has no idea what you're talking about.
When Commissioner Brentano served on this board, he frequently called Staten the suburb of Sublimity.
Yeah.
And I had a different opinion about the relationship there. So
I have to continue to get the colors going.
Okay.
I do have one note to add real quick. Jane pointed this out, but in the staff report, there's a typo on the ORS side, the very first one, 197.025. It should be 195.025.1. But since the staff report's not adopted into the ordinance, it's effectively, a supplementary document, so it doesn't affect this at all. I just wanted to point that out, though.
Thank you.
Legal counsel.
Oh, the details. Are you ready?
I am ready for a motion.
Okay, I will move to close the public hearing and approve amendment to Marion County's comprehensive plan amending the city of.
Yeah, so we're going to schedule, we'll submit a management update to schedule, and then we will adopt the ordinance at another meeting.
Okay.
Okay, so I amend my motion to close the hearing and concur in the city of Sublimity's UGB amendment, directing staff to return with an ordinance consistent with the board's decision.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 The motion passes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
for
you
your
for
work.
coming, everybody. Okay, that concludes our agenda today, and as always, you can find our calendar for the upcoming week on the website. And with that, we are adjourned.